University. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, welcome to the National Sales Leaders Conference 2024. If you're excited, give me a shout!
I am indeed honored to be the one to welcome you to the maiden National Sales Leaders Conference. For me, this has taken over 18 years to happen. And it is indeed an honor where we gather to have this discussion. And I call it a national discussion on sales. It is actually time now. And the time is now right to start this national discussion. Reason is this: there is now a shortage of people like you within the system. As sales professionals, we must embrace innovation and adapt our strategies in order to remain competitive.
The theme of this conference, Sales Unleashed, is not just a title, but a call to action, especially as we consider the role of telecommunication in today's world.
Sales permeates all facets of life, and I'm inclined to believe that sales is not a functional thing, neither is it a department. It's an attitude and a way to go.
We are gathered here today to explore a force that powers businesses, drives our economies, fuels innovation, and sustains the soul of every organization globally.
Sales, whether we believe it or not, whether we like it or not, whether we accept it or not, whether we want to think about it well or not, it has come to stay.
The National Sales Achievers Awards is a prestigious awards program that will recognize and celebrate the achievement of top-performing sales professionals and teams in the industry. The awards will honor sales professionals who have demonstrated exceptional sales performance, innovation, and leadership.
The National Sales Academy, the National Sales Achievers Award are officially launched. Thank you very much.
How do you use tech to manage customers who are not tech driven? Then the second one will be, how do you enhance a product sale using tech?
Today, even my grandma in the village sends me Ubinim's videos because she has a smartphone. Okay, so it's about packaging the information that you want to send to her in the right format. Okay, you're probably dealing with a woman at Makola who you think is not tech savvy. She can't open an email or whatever, but she can click on a video and play it.
We are saying that today's sales leader must be very strategic. To be able to sustain the sales, you must be strategic. And strategy is also linked to a whole lot more. Soft skills, hard skills, and all these things have been covered very well by other speakers.
How do you sell to your fellow insurance person? There's a session on finance and banking. And if all the bankers and finance people come and sit here, how do you make money out of that? Are you not a salesperson? Learn new things and meet people. Some of you are stuck in whatever industry that you are in. You can't leave. If it's health, you are stuck there. If it's insurance, you are stuck there. If it is banking, you are stuck. You can't go anywhere. There's the time that you can have a friend that will say that some space has come up in my place and I have what? Recommended you.
I've been here for day 1 and day 2, And I must say that it is an amazing program. It was well put together, it was insightful, it was very entertaining and beautiful. Massive turnout, the panelists, everybody that came was very engaging, you know, conversations. It was not just coming to listen to what they put together to be said.
I haven't seen a maiden edition of an event that has gone so, like, everything is on point.
Yeah.
And I just want to say congratulations. This is the beginning of greater things to happen. And if you're out there and you didn't come here, I mean, you did yourself.
Yes.
You missed out on an opportunity to sell, I mean, your product.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of MGA Dialogue Series, which is proudly brought to you by MGA Consulting Ghana Limited. I'm happy to have all of you here for another session, and my name is Alberta Bisiu Anson, and I'm the Head of Marketing and Communication for this noble institution, MGA Consulting Limited. It's also a pleasure to have you join us and also explore on today's topic, which is the role of customer service in driving organizational growth. We are in the customer service month, and then I believe lots of you have seen a lot of activities going on, and this is what we have for you to impact knowledge, and this is a contribution to the customer service celebration. So if you are here today, you have to know that this is a token from MGA Consulting Ghana Limited to all our participants, to all our clients out there. This is what we want to do to impact knowledge about customer service. This session will provide practical insights on how we deliver exceptional customer service and also align with strategies with business objectives and also foster growth and long-term success. We have all come to know that customer service is a very vital tool in every organization, that every organization who do not consider its customers and provide quality customer service will lose out. So thank you for joining us today, and I believe that by the time you leave here, there's going to be a different shift in your customer service journey. Let me introduce to you MGA Consulting Ghana Limited, this organization that's always impacting knowledge through our webinar series. We are the fastest growing management consulting and capacity building firm in Ghana. We are also known for delivering measurable results to organizations across the public sector, the development, private sector, and public as well. Also beyond Ghana, we have MGA Nigeria as well. So we're trying to move all around Africa. Then by the time you hear MGA, we will be all around the world. What about our services? We are in any form of training you need, whether in leadership, whether in sales or development, we are here to help you and provide. We also provide research and development services. We provide HR solutions. With all your recruitment, we provide excellent employees for your organization. So if you're looking for quality people to work in your organization, MGA Consulting Ghana Limited is here to provide that service for you. We are also into sales outsourcing and more. We have been working with organizations such as the banking and insurance industry, the FMCG also, and development sectors. And also we ourselves as a trusted partner to elevate your business. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce our special guest on this platform, but we all know we have one special man who has always been with us throughout our MGA Dialogue Series journey, and then he's also here today, and I'm happy to introduce to you Mr. Michael Abiu. He is an accomplished enterprise development and marketing strategy expert. He's also a seasoned trainer and management consultant. Most of our trainees at MGA, he is a lead consultant for us, and he has had a lot of trainings. I believe most of you on this platform has passed through his trainings, and you can attest to it that he is a very well experienced man that you won't want to miss any of his trainings as well. And then he is successful in key areas like sales and marketing, business development, leadership development, and customer service excellence. That means today's conversation, he is the right person to be here. One thing that is so exciting is that he is the president and the chairman of the governing council for the Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana. Mr. Abiu is always learning. So he has an MPhil in entrepreneurship and corporate strategy from the Methodist University and another MPhil in business administration from KNUST. He's a lecturer from the Methodist University, a lecturer at the Methodist University and the Ghana Insurance College as well. He's the Chief Executive Officer of MGA Consulting Ghana Limited. He always makes this possible. And also, he is a fellow at the Institute of Directors and the Chartered Institute of Leadership Governance. He's a board director at Telecel Ghana and Security Insurance. Okay. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Alberta. It's always good to be here. It's always good to connect with all of you. I'm excited and waiting to start.
Okay, we won't waste my time because we want to hear a lot from you. So thank you very much for being here today. Moving on, I will also introduce our special guest, and she's in the person of Charlotte Andoh. She's a seasoned customer experience strategist, a trainer and leader with 18 years of experience across financial, telecommunication, and service industries. She's also known for her passionate delivery and transformative approach to customer service. She currently serves as the head of customer experience at Access Bank Ghana PLC and the principal consultant of My Service Experience Consult. Her training sessions are practical, purpose-driven, and focused on excellence. She's guided by faith, integrity, and passion. She believes that service is a calling. As an aspiring life coach, she seeks to empower individuals to live boldly with purpose and confidence. Her words inspire, ignite, and drive transformation. Charlotte Andoh, you are welcome to MJ Dialogue Series.
Thank you very much, Alberta. I'm happy to be here and I look forward to an insightful discussion this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We are also happy to have you here. So before we continue, let us all take note. You can invite all your friends, all your colleagues to be part of this engagement. You can follow us on all our social media platforms on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook at MGA Consult. With MGA Consult, you can join us. If you are trying to join on Zoom or your colleague is trying to join on Zoom and it's not working, they can join us on all our social media platform, MGA Consult. The session will run for 1 hour, 30 minutes, including Q&A sessions at the end. So therefore, if you have any question, please feel free. Give us your question in the comment section and then we will read it out for you. But don't forget to let us know where you are messaging us from, which office. You can introduce yourself on this platform so that others can also connect. If you're enjoying the conversation, you can share your thoughts, give thumbs up, share us on, and also let us know what you feel about the conversation. At this point, I'll be happy to hand over to Mr. Michael Abiu to continue the conversation.
Okay, so thank you very much, Alberta, and thank you for always putting this together. It's a moment that I always look forward to every month. And like you always say, I like to make time to do that. We call it the MGA Dialogue Series because it's about having a conversation on a subject matter. And for this month, what is best that we have on customer service, because we say we are in the customer Service Month, and therefore, audience, we have for you an exciting woman, and I have personally worked with her on various stages, and she's very passionate about customer service. And when it came up that we needed to have a customer service discussion, I knew who we needed to use, and that is Charlotte. So, Charlotte, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Michael. Thank you.
And it's great to have you here.
Yes.
It's great to have you here. I know our audience are waiting
you.
for us to start the conversation, and I always call it a conversation because I don't want us to get too technical about it, but also be able to address some key issues that people out there are looking to respond to. Today we are looking at the role of customer service in driving organizational growth. A lot of organizations basically sees customer service as just an addendum to the process, and we don't put that weight. And sometimes you go to organizations and who do we put at the customer service desk? Or find me somebody who has a low academic qualification. We don't want somebody who take good money. So, but we are beginning to start to understand that effective customer service drives organizational growth. So before we start this whole conversation, I you are the experienced one. What do you think about this whole subject matter? That customer service being one of the main pillars in driving organizational growth.
Right. All right. Thank you once again, Michael and Alberta, for the warm welcome. I'm happy to be here and truly honored to join this conversation on a topic that is very close to my heart, the role of customer service in driving organizational growth. So this session is also very timely, like Amanda rightly said, and you also said we're in the customer service week. So month. So happy customer service month to all of you. Now, customer service today is far more than a support function. It's far more than just answering queries and resolving complaints. It's more a strategic growth driver that shapes customer perception, it helps us to build relationships, it fosters loyalty, and it creates memorable experiences, right? That turn customers to become your advocates, and essentially also helps to impact the bottom line of organizations. So when companies actually strive to provide exceptional service, they're not just solving problems for customers, they are actually creating value and setting themselves apart. So I think it's very timely and it's very essential that we're having this conversation now so that we all get to understand that it is not just the answering queries or solving complaints. It's more than that. It's building a certain culture that your customers will experience from and become your brand advocates. So I really look forward to the insights, ideas, and shared experiences that we emerge from this session today. So once again, thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you very much, and you've set us off with interesting questions that I have. One of the things that we've always seen customer service to be is that we set up the customer service desk, and what is it that you're supposed to do? Basically, transactions. Somebody comes in, I need this, I do it for the person goes, and then I have this problem, I solve it for the person. But in your introductory remarks, you are looking at it far beyond transactions. You are talking about culture. You are talking about brand advocacy. You are talking about not just solving problems, but creating experience. In today's business, let me understand. When we talk customer service, what do we mean in today's business? And so that at least if there's at all, those who are listening to us know that it's just not about creating that desk. And because, I read somewhere that now customer service is not a department. It's now an attitude. It's an organizational attitude that we must all build. And so walk us through what is customer service today? What should we look out for beyond the transactions?
Yes, okay. Thank you once again, Michael, for the question. So customer service beyond transaction means providing a holistic, total, personalized, and seamless experience across all your service channels. It goes just beyond processing a transaction.
You would have to take time for us because some of us are taking notes.
So,
I'm
right, I'll
hearing
take my time.
holistic, I'm
Yes.
hearing personalized,
Yes, and
yes,
seamless. So
and
personalized,
seamless.
where
Yes.
yes, personalized whereby you are preempting the customer's preferences, you are
Yeah.
preempting their needs, and you're providing two solutions. Seamless in the point that when I go to a branch and I log a complaint, and the following day I call the contact center, I'm expecting that the person who picks it up will have records of the complaints I probably lodged at the branch the previous day and be able to provide them with an update.
Oh, really? Because
Seamless,
usually they will
yes.
tell you that it wasn't me. I didn't even come to work yesterday.
No, it shouldn't be so.
So that
I
is
mean,
probably Anita that you spoke to.
no, it shouldn't be so. It should be such that organizations have the platforms. We have a lot of CRM tools as a customer relationship management tools where everybody is sort of signed on. So at every service touch point where a customer puts in a request or an inquiry or a complaint is logged in there, centralized. So if I go to a branch A and I log it, when I go to branch D, they should be able to look at the situation and give me an update. Seamless to the point that when I'm transacting on this platform, I'm not expecting downtimes here. You know, when I go to the branch, I'm having the kind of service that I require as your customer. It's about building relationships. It's about trust. It's about loyalty. And the key differentiator amongst companies right now is the customer experience, because that is what drives customer retention. That's what drives advocacy and long term. You know, in our business that we do today, in the banking sector, everybody is sort of providing the same kind of product, you know, just probably different names. People can beat your price and everything. But the one thing that will set you apart from your competitor is a kind of service that you provide. So beyond transactions, it involves understanding your customer needs and preferences. It involves offering this tailored solution and service or advice to what your customer needs. It also involves being proactive and not just, you know, bringing in knee-jerk reactions or being very reactive when customers have issues. It's anticipating what customers might want and also fostering that emotional connection and loyalty. You see, for now, it's more about the emotions that you conjure in your customers. So when a customer thinks about MGA, what kind of emotions come up? When they think about your bank, what thoughts come up? What memories have you created with a person that will now convince a person that this is a place to go to, or I shouldn't go there? You know, it's about being consistent across your omni-channel platforms. It's about also gathering feedback. So beyond transactions, you need to get feedback and insights. And we know that to make meaningful decisions, you need data. And that data comes from collecting feedback from your customers. And when you use that, it helps you to improve on your service delivery to your customers. So definitely, it actually goes beyond the everyday transactions that we think customer service is about. When you're able to do this, you create loyal customers. Like I said initially, you help to drive the growth because more people will come to your business, and then you stay competitive because you set yourself apart from the market.
And that is interesting, really. And you know, in this discussion that we are looking at growth, I was trying to do some readings, you know, around, you know, customer service, and I came by an interesting study by Bain and Co. And they conducted a research, and the outcome of the research is quite interesting because they said that if you are able to retain through effective customer service, if you are able to retain 5%, you have 5% increase in your customer service rate. So assuming that, let's say your customer retention is currently, let's say 65%, by moving it from 65% to 70% through effective customer service, your profits would grow between 25 to 95%. Now, what it means for me is that it seems that retention is more valuable than even acquisition. But what are your thoughts about that?
Definitely, I agree absolutely that retention is more, is more valuable than acquisition for several reasons. And probably let me just give about 4 or 5 of them. So
Yes.
cost savings. Retaining customers is generally less expensive than acquiring new ones. Let's think about this. When you are out there in the market and you are trying to get new customers, you have to put in a lot of marketing costs, advertising, sales effort, pay people on commission and all of that. That is quite substantial. However, if you have the customer base already and they are loyal and you have been able to retain them through the kind of service that you give to them, they stay with you, they spend more, they try new products, and they actually bring more people in. So one, you are saving cost. What you probably would have put into advertising, marketing, sales effort, you're going to probably use it to even do more for the retained customers.
Yeah.
Two, increase spending. And I said just before, there's that loyal customers tend to spend more over time. So they increase their lifetime value to the business. The more they are with you, the more they spend. And because they've trusted your brand, when you even introduce new products, they are more willing to try it than a new person who is coming on board. The third point is positive word of mouth. Happy customers are your brand advocates. Okay. I mean, they will recommend your business to others and drive new customers through referrals. And that will
No, let
reduce the
me.
marketing.
Sorry for just holding you on. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to remind my guests that if they don't have a pen and a paper, a book, a diary, please go pick one. This is not a conversation that you only listen. This is a conversation that you write, you take notes. Because already I'm taking a lot of notes, and I hope that everybody is ready, and then we are taking notes. If please send a link to your team members. They shouldn't miss this session. Send the link to your team members. This is a good environment where we can learn and grow. So sorry for holding you there. The
That's
last
fine.
one I wrote is advocacy.
Yes.
You get them to now
Positive. Yes. Yes.
advocate
Yes.
and get more
Yes.
people in.
Definitely. I
Interesting.
mean, imagine this. If you have a good experience yourself, you go to a restaurant, you try their food, you love the service, there's consistency every time you go, the taste is the same. It's not like today it's salty, the next day is not. The waiters are courteous, they are polite, they are able to, serve you on time. You enjoy the service. You feel seen, you feel valued. I'm sure when you go back home or you go to the office, you will tell your colleagues at the office that, you know what, I've discovered this place and I've been going there for the past 3 months or 4 months and they've been consistent in their service delivery. I think you should go there. I'm sure your colleagues or family or friends will believe you more than maybe even if they hear a radio advert or they see a billboard, because you've experienced it firsthand and you're able to actually become an advocate for that place. So positive word of mouth, and that is one. I mean, your happy customers are your easiest form of advertisement. Okay. Second, the third one, I've said how many? 3. So the
You said
fourth one.
3.
Yes. So the fourth one for me is reduce churn. Now we know that retaining customers can actually reduce the churn rate. Churn is when your customers tend to leave you, right, all the time, which can negatively impact your revenue and profitability. But if you are putting in the measures, the kind of experience that they love to have, you are retaining them. So they're not going away. You're having a lot more of active customers on your base. And then again, the last point, which is the fifth one I want to share, is the fact that your customers, once they become your brand advocates, they will give you feedback. They now become like stakeholders in your business and they want you to do well. So they'll give you feedback on how you can improve your products, on how you can improve your services and the overall customer experience. And like I mentioned earlier, that is data that is going to help you to actually put in the measures to address the needs of your customers and improve the experience. So whilst acquisition is important for growth, I mean, definitely you need to still acquire new ones. Retention is crucial for sustainable long-term success. In short, retaining customers is actually more valuable than acquiring new ones. And I've mentioned the 5 things that there are more examples, but these 5.
Because the effort to even retain would bring in more businesses.
Yes.
It's even acquisition in itself. No, but let me digress a bit because I don't understand this. So why are we not valuing customer service? a lot of, especially Ghanaian businesses, are not valuing customer service with all these attendant benefits. What do you think is the problem?
It's quite unfortunate, because in the Ghanaian environment, when people are rendering service, it's more like they're doing you, the customer, as a favor. You, the person coming to spend your money, you, the person actually paying them their salaries.
Yeah.
They act like you're doing them a favor. Onto akwe,
Yeah.
you know.
No,
And
no, let me tell you, just this weekend, Sunday, I was flying back from Kumasi to Accra. And there's this air hostess, and everybody was saying that at least in the air, for air hostesses, there's some, level of service delivery that you expect. And there was this, old man, generally lived his life abroad, that was, traveling beside me. And the way the lady treated him, like, close this, take this, don't do that, And the man just sat there and started shaking his head. He says, and you call this customer service?
definitely,
If it's so much important, why are we not, taking advantage? Let me take you to another question on mindset.
Yeah.
How can we change this mindset? Number one, mindset from the employers to understand that customer service is an important feature, not only with setting some 2-3 people as customer service people, but creating an organization-wide customer-centric approach. And then the second thing is also creating that enabling environment so that the staff can be able to, deliver this customer service. If I'm an organization, and yes, I am, MGA Consulting, what will be your advice to me? And this whole mindset change?
Yes, mindset change. So,
yes.
Customer service, I think you rightly said at the beginning that it's not a department. I mean, previously, years ago, when there's an issue, they will say, go to the customer service department, they resolve issues. But customer service is not a department. It is actually the entire business. So we need everyone, right from the security man at the gate to the CEO, to make it their responsibility, to understand that if we want to remain valuable, we want to remain visible, we want to remain profitable, then we need to take it seriously. So to build the right mindset among employees, companies must clearly define what is our customer service vision or customer experience vision and goals. What do you stand for? When you say your brand, MGA, what do you
want? Is it what we call the customer service charter?
Yes. So you communicate the importance of customer experience and how we impact the organizational success. So everybody needs to be aligned to what the goal of the business is or the vision of the business is when it comes to customer experience. Number two, we need to lead by example. I always say that customer experience or customer service, customer experience more because it's the totality of everything that happens with the customer's journey. So as leaders, just like leadership, it trickles from the top. Leaders and managers should model the desired behaviors and prioritize customer centricity. So if your leaders are actually showing that they are proactive, they are responsive, they lead with integrity, when issues come to them, they are eager to find solutions, they are innovative. When they exhibit those skills and attitudes, it helps to drive other employees to follow suit. Number three, we need to empower employees. So sometimes you go to a branch or you go to a place and you want something done, and it can't be done here. And probably in your mind, it's very simple. Like, no, it has to go through approvals, it has to go to the head office, it has to go to that. And they look helpless. So we need to give our employees that autonomy to make certain decisions. I mean, of course, acting within the remit of the regulations and actions that will benefit the customers. And the last one that I will talk about is we need to provide training and development. Okay. I mean, offer ongoing training, not just any training, but trainings that are practical, hands-on. The ones that they can relate to, bringing storytelling, bringing examples.
No, the MGA ones, you are shy of saying the MGA ones, but anyway.
Yes, the MGA ones. The MGA ones, obviously, of course. And coaching that would equip employees with the skills the knowledge, the know-how that is required of them to deliver that customer experience. I mean, you can't take it away from them, especially for your frontliners. They are the face of the company, okay? And so you need to, and maybe the last point I want to make is foster a customer-centric culture. When you encourage a culture that prioritizes customer and feedback, it will drive continuous improvement. If you make sure that you are building that kind of culture, everybody is aligned. When you implement the 5 things I've just mentioned, you create a certain culture where employees feel responsible for delivering that exceptional customer experience, and their mindset changes. And when you have to also reward the good behaviors. So you highlight those who are doing well, what they are doing. You can share their stories on Yama. When you get this good feedback on maybe social media, publish it, reward the person. Let everybody see you encouraging the good behaviors when it comes to customer service or exceptional customer delivery. And when people see that, they would obviously want to emulate those behaviors and also do as you wish them to do. So, I mean, these 5 key points can help change the mindset of employees within organizations on customer service.
You know, when we were doing the program for the last quarter, you know, we have October, November, December. And we were looking at, you know, the type of courses that we needed to run. And one of the courses we wanted to run was customer service. So sales leadership, planning. But you know, my head of training says, you know, October is the customer service month. And then the mindset was very simple. You know, everybody is doing this, doing that, buying cake for customers. So I have various companies. This person is bringing this. Even just before this training, I had one of the companies bringing, you know, gifts, diaries, and all those things. And my head of training says that, you know, rather in the customer service month, is it not the month that the training department ought to now organize organization-wide capacity building programs to rather conscientize? Because sometimes we do all the engineers day, traditional day, international day, and everything, and then they go back to factory settings. They go back to poor service delivery. Now, and it was, and interestingly, with all the courses that we arranged for this month, the one that is not happening is customer service. So it begs the question, and I wanted to put it to you and see, how do we align our HR and training teams to understand that we need to build a mindset, and that mindset, like you said, would be when we now build capacity, not only of front desk people, but the entire organization. How do you do that? Connect HR to customer service in that way, so that we can create that customer-centric organization that we need. Right. Yes. Just before you answer, recently I was with you know, one organization, a state institution, and we're having a discussion on what's the name, on customer service and trainings. So there's training on, you know, Excel, financial management, and training on financial management. There's about 60 people that must attend. Training on Excel, you have some 80 people that must attend. And then it came to training on customer service, and the number of people that would attend that training is 22. So I was shocked. I said, so why would 60 people, 80 people do Excel, accounting topic? You have almost about 50 people. And then when it came to what was critical for your effective service delivery, you have only 20. So, no, and there were 22. And so my question is, how do we get this HR and training teams to understand the importance of that? But let me announce to those who are here, who are trying to get their teams to join, that we are live on our Facebook page, we are live on our LinkedIn page, and in all of this, it is MGA Consult GH. You can also, we are also live on our YouTube page. So go to any of our social media pages. We are live there, and you can please join from there. When you register also, I think those things will come and you can just click on it and then enter. So ask them to not click on the Zoom, but click on the other pages. So Charlotte.
Yes, Michael, thank you once again for that. So to equip employees to delight our customers, HR needs to design training programs that go beyond basic customer service things and focus on creating memorable, positive experiences. Okay, so I think I mentioned this earlier, role-playing exercises whereby the trainings are very practical. You put in scenarios to help build the confidence and skills when it comes to handling customer interactions. So when it comes to how do you handle an irate customer, how do you make sure that you leave the customer feeling very happy, satisfied? You might not even have the solution there and then, but the way you engage the customer, the kind of assurance you give, the kind of words you use, and the fact that you actually do follow up, you own the issue, ownership. You follow up and ensure that it is done. That gives the customer the assurance that, you know what, I'm in a good place. So they need to actually design very practical training sessions for the employees. And secondly, when you are training, we have to teach them about active listening, empathy. Empathy is critical. Walk in the customer service shoe and the shoes of the customer. You see, there's a very basic law. Treat people the way you want to be treated. So treat your customers the way you would want to be treated. Every time a customer is in front of you, ask yourself, the way I'm talking to the person, the way I'm handling the issue, the way I'm going about this, if I were in the person's shoes, how will I feel? Teach your employees to have problem-solving skills. And then importantly, product knowledge. So a PwC last year, their CX survey across banks showed that 64% of people prefer to deal with employees who have product knowledge. So it became evident that sometimes when they walk into our branches or call our call center or deal with our relation managers, they don't know the products. They don't understand what they are even offering them. When they ask questions, they are very shallow. So they are saying that teach your employees to know your products and services so that when we are engaging them, we are well informed. Most of the times they will come in, the product is sold. I'm not giving everything about the product. Later, I'm finding charges here, debits here. When I come, oh, it was there. It was there, but who told me about it? I'm not educated on it. Well, because the person who probably sold the product to you also didn't have enough information or had not been equipped enough with the right information to give to you. Teach them emotional intelligence. When they develop that self-awareness, empathy, and social skills, it makes it easier for them to interact with customers because they come from diverse backgrounds with different things. So you need to learn and have them equipped with emotional intelligence, and then feedback and coaching. Provide regular feedback, coaching that will help them to improve the performance. Okay. And I think I mentioned earlier, empower your employees, empower them to make decisions and take actions that will help the customers to have a better experience when they come to your company.
Yeah, so one of the things maybe I'll tell my team is that just this, batch of answers, if we can record it and send it to all these HR and training managers to understand that there's a lot to be done. And customer service is just not asking people, go treat them and answer their questions. There's a lot of capacity to be built. And like you saying, emotional intelligence and this and that. And these are things that we need to start building in our people. And you just don't understand why we would not want to build those capacities. I will come back to you, and then we'll look at what is the whole environment of technology and innovation within this our customer service space. But my team says that I need to announce our upcoming training. Team, are you ready? So hello, team, are you ready? If not, I want to keep the fire burning because we have an interesting discussion. I would want to find out the role of technology within this whole AI, what's the name, customer service environment. We're discussing AI, we are discussing chatbots, we are discussing data analytics. What role do they play in ensuring that customer service is driving organizational growth.
All right.
Let's respond to that as we move along. Yes.
Okay. So technologies like AI, chatbots, data analytics, they are really transforming customer interactions in several ways. Personalization. So AI-powered chatbots and data analytics, they enable personalized customer experience, tailoring, the interactions to individual preferences and needs. Currently, a lot of people use 24/7 support using the AI chatbots around the clock to provide support, to answer queries, to resolve issues promptly. They also help with efficient issue resolution. So AI-powered systems actually help to route complex issues to human agents. So if your AI is not doing that, you need to still bring in some human intervention there. So that when the issue is beyond the AI, they can actually route it to human agents for prompt resolution.
Yes.
Proactive engagement. So data analytics enables proactive engagements, anticipating needs and preferences. RPA currently, if accounts are probably dormant for a while, can easily send out messages to customers to say that, oh, it's been a while since you banked with us, we want you to come back. And then the omni-channel experiences. So AI-powered systems provide seamless experiences across multiple channels, social media, messaging apps, websites. We use these AI tools to actually also drive the experience. Now, sentiment analysis, and I'm sure most organizations have it now. They're able to actually pick how customers feel about your brand across the platforms, across the social media platforms, and that becomes your sentiment score, how people are feeling about you. So these advanced systems, they provide faster response times. That's how they are helping us to also do better in customer experience. They personalize the experiences, they increase efficiency. They also provide some sort of proactive engagement, and they also improve resolution turnaround time. So it's good that we leverage on these technologies to provide exceptional customer experience and help to drive that growth and loyalty that we all seek for as businesses.
Yes, but Charlotte, now the problem is that some of us, we want the human being to insult you.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So
yes.
we want to talk to somebody. So how do we ensure that in this whole digitalization, innovation, AI, technology space, we don't miss this human touch? And you spoke about culture, the Ghanaian environment. Sometimes we just want somebody to talk to. How do we balance that?
Yeah, definitely. It's very important, because some of these AI tools, they don't have the emotions that you want. Somebody probably is venting and really angry and wants to speak to a human being who can understand him or her and walk in their shoes and provide a solution. So it's critical that, one, we actually develop human-centered design thinking. This is whereby we're able to empathize with customers. We use journey mapping, interviews, and research, and understand the customer pain points. Okay, so we can't just do things without bringing in the human aspect. You need to design things that is augmented, not replacing the human part. So AI is to help, but not to replace. So reserve human agents for complex emotional or high-stake interaction. Like I said, somebody comes in very angry. AI or that tool cannot probably help them calm down. Okay, ensure that there's an easy escalation path from the bot or from the systems to the human beings, so they can take over. And then humanize the digital interface. Give it a more friendly tone. Make it more personalized. Let there be some empathy. Personalize the greetings. Use their names. If there's been previous interactions, make mention of it. Empower your frontline staff with tech as well, so that they get real feedback from whatever the AI teams is feeding them, and that they can easily take over and resolve the issue. And then again, we also need to maintain some very human rituals that we've been doing, like handwritten notes, right? Like personalized thank you messages, like follow-up calls, or what we call care calls. You can't leave it to the AI sometimes. You need to come in. You need to let the customer feel that personal touch.
That's quite interesting, because organizations are thinking that, what, the best option to solve our customer service issue is to adopt AI. The system will be there, will respond to people. We don't have to now recruit people again. We don't need to train our people on customer service. Let's just use technology. That's the solution.
No, like I mentioned, is to augment it. is to help us get better, but you can't replace the human aspect. So I mentioned the fact that there are certain human rituals or things that we need to keep doing, celebrating milestones with customers, maybe anniversary, loyalty rewards, give them a call, visit them with a token. Like you said, somebody came to you today with some, diaries and all that. That gives
Which
the
was
personal
necessary.
touch. Exactly.
Because
And
I remember going to the company and saying that, you people, I see you are celebrating other customers. Are you saying that I'm not a good customer? Is my account not big enough to also be celebrated?
Yeah. So you see, and they came. And then the
Yeah.
last point I would like to make is still host live events or webinars, like what you're doing now, to foster that community and connection, and building that lasting
I hope my
relationship and
team
connection.
listening are
Yes,
getting that connection. This is a customer service month, so I am
exactly.
connecting, and I hope that we are connected. And there's one thing you said, for instance, that I hope my team was taking note of, and I wrote down is to go back and really ask them how has been the experience.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
want to consistently find out
Yes.
that
Yeah.
how has been the
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
For instance, in our trainings, every time we finish, we want to find out from the customers how has been the experience, what can we improve, what do we do
Exactly.
better, and
Exactly.
and sometimes that my friends say sometimes that's how they call me. I was in the neighborhood, generally giving that personal touch to the thing. I
Yeah.
was in the neighborhood. I came to say hello. I came to
Yeah.
say hi. What you were saying is that we should not let technology
No. No.
replace that.
No.
And
We
you are saying
still
we should still
need.
make the calls when
Yes.
WhatsApp is there.
The call sometimes they add a personal touch to it,
Mm,
right? Sometimes I think recently when we did our customer service week, we called some customers just to say thank you to them for being with us. And they were pleasantly surprised and happy. Just a
yeah.
call. And they were amazed that we actually are
We are part of
calling
the
just to
important ones. The
appreciate
bank
them.
called me. I don't know if you
Yes.
understand. Yes, the bank called
Yes.
me, and that
Yes.
one alone, and then it was the MD that actually called me.
Exactly. So
You know.
So we actually made our senior ESCO management call the customers
Mm,
and then take feedback. Is there
mm,
anything that you think we can improve on? Do you have any feedback to share with us? And once
mm,
again, I said that is data, that is insight, that is
mm.
information that you need that will help you drive and make very critical
And
decisions.
so my
So that
customers that are listening to us, when I come and visit you, it's just to take feedback. It's not like I want more business. So let me just explain it to the customer. Since you are advising, I would increase it. So when I come to you, please know that it's just feedback that I'm coming for, not for your business. Just that when I'm there, you have business, I'll take it anyway. Yes, yes. No,
yeah,
but one
that's
of the things
exciting.
that it takes me to is a report by Deloitte. And you know, and it's about customer service cultures within organizations,
Mhm, mhm,
and organizations that build those cultures
mhm,
basically see a 400% higher employee retention.
mhm,
And it was quite interesting to me. Like when we configure ourselves to take care and build a culture to take care of our customers, it ends up creating an environment that people are happy and people would
mhm,
want to stay and people want to do more.
mhm, mhm,
How is that?
mhm,
And how does an organization create such a culture? Because
mhm.
I would want to do that. So whilst I'm servicing my customers, when I'm making them happy, my internal customers are also happy.
Yeah.
How do I build such a culture?
Okay. Thank you, Michael,
Mm,
for that. And now I always say that you cannot pour from an empty cup
mm,
and you cannot give what you do not have.
mm,
The internal service culture of any company is the foundation upon which the external customer experience is built. So
mm,
when employees feel valued, they feel empowered, they are aligned with the company's purpose, they naturally extend that positivity to customers. Okay.
mm.
Now, how do we do that? How do we ensure that the internal service culture shapes the external experience? And you said this right before I started that
Yeah.
employee experience equals to customer experience.
Mm,
Great employee experience or happy employee, happy customer. Happy, engaged employees are more likely to deliver empathetic and proactive and personalized service to customers. You know, in the same PwC survey, they mentioned that a number of customers feel like our employees are not engaged. They come to the branches and they look burnout. They are not interested. They are not engaged. There's no, connection with them. And obviously, if I'm bringing you money and I'm, coming for a service from you, I want you to be engaged. I want you to extend that positivity to me. But this situation whereby the employee is, not interested, not engaged at all, and we need to critically look at that and ensure that our employees are engaged, because what they are happy, they are committed. You might not always get them to be happy, but at least give them the tools that will allow them to deliver the kind of experience you want your customers to have. Because whatever they give to your customers at the front end is a kind of perception your customers will have about your brand. So a culture that prioritizes employee well-being and growth also translates to better customer interaction. So if they're being well taken care of, when they're engaging customers, the engagement is also better. Okay. Now, secondly, service mindset starts within. Everybody internally needs to be encouraged to have that kind of mindset. This is our vision. This is our focus. This is what we want to be seen for. When you do that,
just a moment, and I hate doing this, but I just wanted to announce to our listeners that you can also bring in your questions as we discuss some of these issues. If you have a question, please bring it in, and we'll do our best. We've had people bring thesis questions here, and so let me announce that we'll do our best to respond to your questions. Comments are also, invited. So regardless of your platform, you can type in the message and then we'll read. We would open, up also for anybody who would want to, ask a question. But for now, if you have any written question, please you can send it in whilst we address some of these issues. Yeah. So you were looking at internal culture and how we can build it. Yes.
Yes. So the mindset, how we need to encourage cross-functional collaboration, how you need to actually, when you are developing
That's the
things
relationship in
internally,
between
exactly,
departments and units within the organization.
exactly. It
Not
needs to
that
be
I
great.
have finished my own. It's left
No.
with audit.
No.
Or audit
No.
says media finished, it's on MD's
Yeah.
table.
Yeah.
Or,
No.
it's
Yeah.
not that.
No, we need to work together. We need to
Mm.
collaborate and to ensure that we are delivering a seamless service externally. And when you're also bringing up solutions, so sometimes most often you see that certain departments will just bring up the solutions. They will not involve either other teams, and they will just bring it in. Sometimes they even go out before the frontliners get to know that this product is out there. No, you need to involve them. You need to ideate with them. You need to co-create with them the solutions. Let them feel a part of what you are doing, so that it won't be like we're there and they brought it that we should sell, so we are selling. No, they need to understand and feel a part of it. And I've mentioned this earlier, leadership and role modeling. To actually make sure that the internal service culture is great, we need CX starts from the top. So we need leaders who role model that customer-centric behavior to inspire the teams to do same.
So you are telling me that the leaders must come for customer service training, because they never do.
Yes,
They
need
never
they need
do.
to understand.
If it's not on governance or strategic management or something bourgeois in nature, leaders will never lower themselves. And let me put it that way. They will never lower themselves
And
for
there's nothing
customer
wrong in
service capacity building.
you
Yes,
see,
so it must start from them.
It must. I mean, gone are the days where people thought that customer experience or all these trainings are nice to have. No, it's not a nice to have thing. It's a must have. It is what will differentiate you from your competitor. It is what will actually help you grow your brand, help you retain your customers, help you build a loyal base. You see, so it's something that we need our leaders to emulate: responsiveness, proactiveness, respect, integrity, innovation. right from the top, and then it trickles down to the team down there. Rewards and recognition are also critical. When you reward people and you let them know that this is how we want you to behave, customer first thinking, others will also emulate that kind of behavior. We're speaking about training and empowerment. That has to happen. It has to be continuous. If every quarter or half yearly
Training
is
must
being
happen.
done,
You
it
please
must
say it again.
happen.
Training must happen, but it
And you have to
never
get
happens. Not even
MGA.
in customer service week. Not
It
even in
must
customer
happen.
service month.
It's critical. It's critical that it happens, and it's not just like, once in a year. You need to do the refreshers. You need to do these things that get people to still have it top of mind, to remind themselves that this is critical to what I'm doing. A continuous learning culture ensures that employees are equipped to handle diverse customer needs. And empowered employees, they can make spot on the spot decisions that will enhance the experience for the customer. So it is critical that we get all these things in place so that we can drive that kind of internal service culture that would essentially impact the experience our customers have at the end of the day.
So I like to break it down to sometimes my listeners, because there's somebody who's listening is saying that, you know what, this is good, this is good, this is good, but it's not implementable. And to that person, I want us to look at another dimension, and especially because you are within that field. So I want to draw your experiences at the various places that you have worked. What are the challenges that you think one would face if one wants to build this culture? Continuous learning from the top, capacity building, cross functional collaboration. What are the challenges you think would and obviously, as you would give us the challenges, if you can help us with, maybe just some two challenges that you think we'll face, and what should be our way forward, or how do we resolve that?
So sometimes people don't like change, right? Everybody sort of change is the only constant thing. That's what they say.
Yeah.
And
But it's
people
change, but also we don't want it, although it's constant.
exactly. Most often we don't want that change to happen. So that can be a challenge. Now, so what you can do as solution is to have your CX ambassadors. These are called the service champions, people who understand what services, who understand the kind of value it's bringing, to have them in the various teams and let them let them drive that change that we want to. Reinforce culture. So through onboarding, when people are actually coming to the business, train them to see the values of CX, train them to understand your vision of CX before they even join the company. So they leave the values right from the day one. Okay. When it comes to, for instance, employees, there's overload, there's burnout. So it's a challenge for them to now say, this is too much for us, we can't do this. They are stretched. However, when we invest in their well-being, we try and automate some things that they free up time for the human connection. We provide the supportive leadership and the rewards. It's very critical. And the rewards, it will help. I also mentioned that challenges, the change that I'm talking about, that people will resist it. When you do the co-creation together, when you do the ideation together, when you let people feel a part of whatever you are doing, it makes them feel a lot more responsible. They take ownership of it instead of you developing things and then throwing on them saying that we are changing things, but they are not a part of whatever you are changing. Let them be a part of it so they can actually take responsibility of the things they need to do and take ownership and drive the service culture that you want them to drive for you.
Let me pin you in a corner. The second challenge I want you to solve for me would be the leadership challenge. Gaining leadership buy-in. Sometimes the leaders will not preempt it, but even when we want to create it and want to build it, you would have a leader that is not ready to finance or push such an agenda. How do we resolve that?
You see,
I'm sure a lot of the customer service people here would be aligning with me on this. So I'm throwing in my first question before I go online to look at the questions others have brought in. So yes.
So sometimes you need to get the data to support decision making. You get data from insights, your net promoter score, your CSAT, your customer effort score. There's a direct link of these surveys to revenue or profitability. We
But
can't
they're
go
not
into
funding you to do those surveys. So.
they need to, it needs to be done. If you're not getting, if you're not
Because they are
doing
not
these
funding you
surveys,
to do those surveys.
you see, if you're not doing these
You know,
surveys, then
in
you're
a
missing
bank
out.
like yours, these things are institutionalized. They are there. But when the you say NPS and then your CEO doesn't know what it is, net promoter score, and then you are talking about the CSAT and then the customer loyalty surveys, and what is that? All that they know is that we've sold, we've had the numbers. At the end of the day, we made profit or we made loss.
They need to understand. So, you can start small. I mean, I've worked somewhere before where we used to, because we couldn't deploy now, Monkey Survey and other tools actually allows you to, when the customer visits the place, feedback is sent for them to give you insights on whatever happened with the transaction.
Yeah.
But you can also do these calls I mentioned, like you said. When you're done with the training, you call them back and ask them. That probably might not cost so much. How was the experience for you? You went to our branch A. We want to find out how was it. You used our platform, our digital platform. You used our ATM. What is the feedback? You need that feedback. You need that data to help you make decisions. If you are really concerned about driving the experience that your customers want, if you are really interested in setting yourself apart as a competitor in the market, you need to listen to your customers, and you can only get that through these surveys and insights that you gather from them. So it is important, and once you're able to get that feedback, you can now speak to your leaders that we see that these challenges have not been addressed. Churn rate is high. We are losing money. Customers are not coming. Service deliverables are poor. When you align these two things, they now get to see that something is wrong here, and indeed our numbers are going down. So there needs to be that data-driven decision making that helps them, the leaders, to understand. Trust me, if you have a leader who understands CX, it is so good to work with them. And I've been blessed in the place I've worked to have leaders who really understand the importance of CX and how it drives
Just for
organizational.
our audience, CX, customer experience.
Yes,
Not all
customer
of us are
experience.
like you.
Customer experience. So,
Yeah.
and we were at a Bank of Ghana session yesterday. Like, CX needs to be at the table where decisions are made.
Yeah.
Because customer experience is not an afterthought.
No.
It should be part of the decision
It's part of the
making.
experience.
Exactly, developing your products, your processes. The customer should be the focal point when these decisions are being made. That is why it's important to have CX in the rooms where decisions are also being made. They need to understand it. So it might take a while. Not everybody is there now, especially in Ghana, but it takes a while as you get them to understand the impact of poor service delivery on our numbers, on the churn rate, and all of that. They will get to understand. So you need to get the leader's mindset to also change and align as well. Yeah.
Okay. So I want us to now go to the questions that some of our customers have brought. And like I told you, I really have some discerning, audiences when it comes to this dialogue series. And the first question, for instance, is from Bertha Odo. And like I said, some of their questions can, qualify for an MBA thesis. So if you are online and you don't know what topic to treat for your MBA thesis, I have a topic for you. And it comes from a question from Bertha. Now, Bertha says that, what role does internal communication play in maintaining consistent service quality across multiple customer touchpoints? What role does internal communications play in maintaining consistent service quality across multiple customer touchpoints? And like I said, if you are here, it's a good topic to write down so that you use it for your MBA thesis. Yes, Charlotte.
Yes. So thank you, Bertha, for the question. So internal communication really plays a critical role in maintaining consistent service delivery across multiple customer service touch points. And here is how. Aligning on the customer experience goal, why it matters. So when all teams, both the frontline staff, the back office staff, understand that organization's customer experience vision. Remember I mentioned about vision and the goals. There's a unified delivery from everybody. So internal communication needs to be clear, transparent. This is our vision. This is our goal. This is how we want customers to experience us. And how do they achieve that? Regular updates, our newsletters. We have platforms like Yama, leadership briefings, leaders carrying the torch and asking people to actually also follow suit. So that is one way that you can actually ensure. Now, information sharing. And I mentioned this earlier. Sometimes the products are developed, the front end staff know nothing about it. Or sometimes it's even the customers who will tell them that I got a notification or I got an email that you have this product, and they're not aware about it. You need to ensure that you are giving real-time information to your stakeholders, your frontliners, the sales team, everybody, so that
sometimes
aware.
things are launched in Accra and then the branches don't know about it.
Yes. So you need to use maybe a shared platform where you can easily get everybody to align and to be able to know whatever is happening. Okay. Feedback loops. Employees need to know what's working, what's not working, and then get the insights to help us to co-create, find solutions, and resolve issues internally. Sometimes at meetings, at morning huddles, we can have these discussions. At service review meetings, there could be a dashboard as well that is showing us probably maybe there's uptime, downtime on our platforms. Everybody needs to be aware so that if there's an issue at maybe Kokomlele and it's down, everybody in the business is aware that this is happening. So when a customer calls or walks in to complain, you are well aware of that information first before and you can explain to the customer. Now, training, and the last point I want to make it, I've said training and MGA, it's the business of training.
Yeah, it's good. It's good that you're bringing MGA in. When it comes to customer service training, and just for you to know, one of our partners and our it's Charlotte. Just that now she's too big a woman, but we pray that she has time for us. Because one of the things we believe is that people like Charlotte must give back, and you can just imagine if you have her, with your organization and walking the team through how to build a customer service culture within the organization. So don't think any further when you want to build that customer-centric organization. Charlotte,
so the
please.
last point that I will give for Betha is that training and knowledge transfer. So consistency depends on everyone having access to the same standards, the policies, best practices. So there should be a learning platform of a sort where your policies are there, your standards are there, your processes are there, so that it's easy for everybody to have access to it. HR and CS can collaborate and create a centralized learning platform or knowledge base for onboarding, for refresher courses, so that consistently people are updating themselves, people are refreshing their memories on what the expectations are.
And also connecting to the MGA Dialogue series, following, being part of the channel and always learning some of these things from people.
I hope this answers your question.
No, I'm sure Betha will be happy. But Betha has a second, topic for our audience in terms of if you are doing your MBA. And the second question, basically aligns with one of the questions I raised earlier. And it's that how can senior leadership ensure that customer service excellence becomes a core organizational value rather than a departmental function? So, in other words, we're not leaving customer service to Charlotte and his team. But it becomes a value that the whole organization would hold on to. How does senior leadership ensure that? And I think that is Betha's question.
Right. So once again, thank you for the question, Betha. I think we've mentioned this before, leadership by example. They need to lead by example. They need to demonstrate that customer-centric behavior we're talking about, the proactiveness, the responsiveness, the integrity, the innovation. They need to show these behaviors so that it trickles down, communication, planning. So when they do that, it sets the tone for the entire organization to actually also follow suit. And then everybody takes it on board, okay? We need to also, secondly, integrate the vision of customer experience into the company's vision and strategy. What do we want to achieve as a business when it comes to customer experience? What do we want to be known for as a brand in customer experience? So the customers make customer service a pillar in the company's mission, vision, and the goals that they do.
Yes, I was
So
coming
align
to
all
that
the
because
aspects.
some of us
Yeah.
have missions and visions that are
And there's
not
no customer.
aligned to customer, service experience.
Yeah. You need to.
You need to go back and look at all those things.
Yes.
And
In
then
fact,
it's ensure strategic, customer service is one of the main strategic pillars.
You see, it's interesting. Who are you actually there for as a company? The customer. So how is the customer not being featured in your vision and your mission? It can obviously just be about the numbers. The experience the customer is having, which will keep them coming to you, buying from you, referring others to you to keep your business going. So you need to be intentional about creating that moment, those experiences for your customers. Okay. Again, we need to
And just to also add to that, interestingly, tomorrow, tomorrow that's Thursday and Friday, I'm having a training, is an MGA training, a public training on strategic sales and marketing planning that has at its core, customer service as a strategic tool or strategic pillar. And so I think those who will be, engaging me tomorrow would benefit from what we're discussing, today. But I have one listener who has been consistent, month on month. And Irene Kwabu has two questions. The first one, and Irene likes to keep it very simple, very beneficial to herself, because that's how I see her questions. And I like questions like that because her question is this: what systems are needed to capture, to analyze, and respond to customer feedback in real time?
Okay.
Yes.
What systems?
Any idea on systems that Irene can use to capture, analyze, and respond to customer feedback in real time?
Yes. There are quite a number of systems that have been developed to collect feedback. Irene, thank you for the question. There's Survey and Pulse. We have SurveyMonkey, so we currently use SurveyMonkey, and it really helps us. So once a customer visits either your branch, or calls the contact center, uses your ATM, uses any of your digital platforms, they get a notification, a link that will ask them just about 3-4 questions to tell us, about the experience that they've had on any of your service platforms. So we have Google Forms as well, and whether it's emails, apps, and all the likes. There's a live chat and then the chat bots as well. So there's a number of them on the internet. There's Intercom, Zendex that you can actually use. We have social listening too. So we have tools like Brand Watch. Usually you have to get a vendor most of the time because SurveyMonkey is by a vendor. So they'll charge you an annual fee of a sort to use their services.
The platform,
yes, the platform, the same as the Brand Watch as well. On our apps, for instance, as well, the digital platform. And yesterday when I went for this Bank of Ghana seminar, they were asking how many of us have channels on our platforms that customers can easily complain to, make inquiries on, contact you. So these tools can be as app inbuilt tools for feedback that appears.
WhatsApp channels.
Yes, no, they are within the mobile apps and websites for instant feedback. Sometimes it's just probably thumbs up, thumbs down, star ratings. Right. We also have the call centers and the IVR system where it actually can easily pick up feedback for you as well. We have the centralized customer experience platforms. You have CRM. I spoke about CRM earlier. So that's a customer relation management tool or system where everybody logs in. So you log the complaint in the system or an inquiry or request. You route it to the team responsible for it. The SLAs is a service level agreement or the turnaround time that has been they've been inputted in the system. So we know that for this request, it's going to take 5 days. So it goes to the person when it's about breaching, escalations are sent, you know, and these help you to also pick. You can go in there, be able to tell how many complaints came in the month of October, for instance. What is the top 5 complaints? What are customers complaining about? What happened? Was there some downtime, something? What interventions can we put in place to ensure that our complaint numbers go down? We have customer experience platforms. We have Medallia. I've used Medallia before. Where customers are able to.
As you are listing, I just wanted to bring to the notice of also our audience that MGA Consulting, yours truly, MGA is the local sales partner for Salesforce.com, which is one of the leading CRM platform within the world. And fortunately, yours truly, MGA Consulting, is a local sales partner for Salesforce.com. And there's even a Salesforce event happening here in Ghana for platform users on the 14th and 15th of November. And so just to let you know, those who are interested in having the CRM platforms to manage either their customer service, their sales, and some part of your operations, Salesforce.com is here in Ghana, and MGA Consulting is the local sales representative for Salesforce.com. And so those who are interested. So Irene, if you're interested in the system, we are ready for you to help you with that. But Irene also has a second question. Today, people are doing double-barreled questions, and Irene's question is, the second one. It says that, how does customer service influence cross-selling, upselling, and the customer lifetime value? I know you've spoken about the customer lifetime value and how customer service influences it. But there's the other part, which is about cross-selling and upselling. And how does customer service influence that?
Impact, right. Okay, Irene, thank you once again for that question. So customer service plays a strategic role in driving cross-selling, upselling, and increasing customer lifetime value. One, it builds trust and loyalty. When you build trust and loyalty with your customers, and your customers are consistently receiving excellent service from you, they are most likely to actually trust the brand and remain loyal. So, and I mentioned earlier that your loyal customers actually spend more. They are even eager and more ready to actually try out your products. So it becomes easy for you to actually cross-sell and upsell because you have a loyal base. You've built a loyal base based on great customer service to them. And therefore, they are loyal to you. They're willing to spend more. They're willing to refer other people to you. So when loyal customers they tend to be, like I said, more receptive to cross-selling and upselling offers. And that will obviously help your numbers to grow. They're also able to personalize recommendations. And I mentioned the example of you going somewhere, having a good experience. You can easily tell somebody that, you know what, the experience I had here is good. Go to Irene's team. They gave me an amazing experience. When you go there, everything that they tell you, you are good to go. When that happens as well, it allows you to easily cross-sell and upsell to your customers. I mean, so the conversion rate becomes higher. Enhances customer satisfaction. Customers who are satisfied are more likely to explore additional offerings. So I come to you for maybe your mobile app, and I'm happy with the mobile app. I'm so happy. Every time I log on, it's uptime, it's on. There are no downtimes. From the convenience of my home, my office, anywhere, I'm able to seamlessly send money. And now even send money across Ghana, I mean, across Africa, beyond. If you come to me and tell me that I have a credit card facility for you, and I can trust you, I can bank my hopes and say that wherever you travel to, you can use this credit card and will not fail you. Because I've had a good experience already with your app, I'm willing to trust you on that.
So you
Yeah.
can still upsell to me, you can still cross-sell to me,
Also to
you can
me.
still ensure that because I am satisfied, I'm spending more time with your business. My customer
Interesting.
lifetime value becomes a lot more.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more opportunity for engagement. So when the
Mhm.
service is great, I want to talk to you more. I want to deepen the relationship
Yeah.
because I want to introduce to hear more. What do you have to
Mm.
offer? I see that every time I call your bank, they are responsive. Every time I call you guys, you resolve my issues. You actually do not only meet my needs, but you
Mm.
exceed them. How do you
Mm.
exceed them? The cross-selling, the upselling, the
Yeah.
going the extra mile, you know.
Yeah.
So all of these things can actually help impact,
Mm.
good service will help impact your what's it called? Cross-selling, upselling, and customer lifetime value. And you
Okay.
have less people leaving your business and more people staying with you.
Okay.
And your sales numbers will go
Yeah.
up.
My next question is the usual question that we face when we enter any training room for customer service.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right,
I
see.
guess you would know. It's about this mantra, and this
Mhm.
question is from Najil Van Dyke Doku. Now, Najil says this is the mantra.
Mhm.
The employee is always right, and
You mean the customer is always
I'm
right?
sure he wanted to say the customer.
Yeah,
So the
yeah.
customer is always
Mm-hmm.
right
Mm-hmm.
without exception.
Mm-hmm.
How do we handle situations that contradict this statement without stepping out of the customer service role? When is the employee or the service provider right?
Mm. So then the person who has a question, the name again, please. Nigel.
I hope
Okay.
I've mentioned it right. I know you are listening. Uh, I hope I mentioned it right. So I think it's Najil.
Nigel. Okay. Nigel, thank you
Yes.
for the question. I think what you wanted to say, I think, which is the mantra, the customer
No,
is always
he's
right.
actually corrected it. He means that
Ah,
the customer is always right.
always right. Yes.
Yes, without exception.
Yes. So whilst it's classic in customer service, is not
Yes.
absolute, right?
Mm.
It must be applied with discernment to
Mhm.
protect employees, to uphold
Mhm.
fairness,
Mhm.
and also to maintain service integrity. So for me, whenever there are issues, I would want to listen to both sides before a decision is made. The customer is keen, yes, but we want to also uphold fairness. We also want to maintain integrity, because if you every time you choose a side of the customer without even having a fair hearing from the staff, you demoralize them. Okay. So customers sometimes can be misinformed or misunderstand our policies. Sometimes they can be a bit unreasonable. In fact, I've had an instance where a customer has actually beaten, that means that word, beaten a staff before, and got them with a broken tooth. So sometimes it can
Yes.
be a bit, some things can be unethical or
Yeah.
abusive. So we can't blindly follow that mantra and
Mm.
demoralize employees and then make poor decisions. But how do we actually handle this professionally so that we are actually able to still manage this without the employee feeling demoralized or the customer also saying, I don't want to bank with you again? We stay respectful and empathetic. Okay. So for instance, a customer calls you on a Sunday. Obviously, it's not working day, but they are calling you. You don't say that, Master, but don't you know it's a Sunday? I'm not working today. Call me tomorrow. No, you find a respectful. We say, I'm sorry, maybe our church. I'm sorry, I'm currently not available to go into this with you. But are you okay for me to call you first thing tomorrow morning? I'll have the information that you require readily available. I sincerely apologize that I'm not able to assist you now. So you remain respectful and empathetic. If you can help them, help them. Okay. And use the words, I understand your frustration. Avoid trying to be defensive.
Well,
And
let me be a bit naughty here. But
yes.
you see, when we are going for the account, one of the things we always tell the clients, oh, you can reach me anytime.
Oh, Michael, I know, right? I know, but the
You say you
minute you
can
get
reach
the
me
account,
anytime. And
yes,
if I was the customer, I was listening to you. You said
yes,
anytime. Now,
yes.
after you get my account, now you know the difference between Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon and weekday
I
and
know,
then
right?
non-weekday.
I know,
You know,
I know.
and I think it's a debate that would rage on because
Mm,
the other side of it is that it's said that mostly customers behave the way they behave because the perceived benefit or outcome that they expected is not gotten. And sometimes the perceived benefit or outcome can come from the lack of education from the
I was going
service
to go.
provider.
Yeah. I was just about to go to that, Michael, before you came in. I mean, the first point is to stay respectful and empathetic. So even if you can't help them because you are constrained or you are somewhere, still make sure, give them some respect and then let them understand that you understand how they feel.
Yeah.
Clarify policies and facts. Most often, we don't give them the full information. We leave them to assume. So when they come back, you say, but didn't you see the fine print here? Nobody told me about it. So let's ensure that we use clear, calm language to explain our policies, to explain the issues, offer alternatives where you can. I mean, gesture of goodwill, all of that. But don't let us leave the customers without telling them. And when the issues come, they say, I didn't just read it. We know Ghanaians, unfortunately, most of the time, most people don't read. When they want a loan, for instance, honestly, most of us will not read the fine print because we are eager to get it. But when now you are being hit with some debit that you can't understand, you now go and say, but didn't you read this one? But it's our responsibility to actually explain to the customers that these are the terms and conditions, these are the policies, these are the things that happen when this happens. So that when customers come at us, it's not, we've informed them. Like Michael said, you don't tell them everything. And now it's our fault. Okay, so we need to also address that. And the last point I'd like to talk about is support employees without undermining the customer. Back employees when they follow the procedures correctly, and then coach them on how to handle pushback with professionalism and empathy. When a customer comes at you angrily, insulting you, please stay calm. Because if you try to match them booth for booth, eventually it will not end well with you. So we need to still have that emotional intelligence, be able to keep our emotions in check. It's quite a lot of work when you have to manage some of these emotions, but you need to be trained once again when it comes to emotions and how to handle some of these issues so that you do not undermine the customer and still you support the employees as well. Yes.
There are two more questions that we would want to go to. But before that, I just want to also take the opportunity to, basically tell our audience about the upcoming trainings of MGA. The first one I want to talk about is our HR, strategic HR planning training. Tomorrow we are having the strategic sales and marketing planning training, and I'm thinking that is too close for people. But the strategic HR planning training is for next week, and if my team is hearing me, it's for next week, and it's on the 28th and the 29th October, and it's not the strategic HR planning for organizational growth. And I think we're having it at the Crystal Palms Hotel. So if you have not registered, I think we have only one slot left for the strategic sales and marketing planning training, just one slot left. But for the strategic HR planning, it's next week. So this is something that I think we should all, send to our HRs, let them know that MJ is doing something beautiful. It's the time of the year where we are all doing planning, and there's a way and there's a process and there's the quality involved in putting together a very solid plan. And that is what we do at MGA. Practically, we'll take you through the process of understanding what must be done as an HR professional. So this training is for human resource managers, HR business partners, HR leaders, HR consultants. So basically, we're talking about people at the top level. This is not for officers. These are people at the top levels, and HR planning training, and the numbers is on your screen: 0244 524129. Connect and then hit us back, and we would be able to help your team or your HR manager, register for the training. One of the things I need you to do is this. If you are registering for the training or your HR manager is registering for the training, tell whoever that you get through to that Michael referred you. Michael referred you, and Michael referred you on the dialogue series. If you do that, it means that you are getting a 10% discount. So please let them know that you got the number from this platform, and that would give discount to you. So thank you very much for listening to me. Let me take one more question. I think Lydia and Chroma, because our time it's almost 4:29, so our time is almost up. Let me take one more question, and then we take some closer remarks from you, Charlotte. And the last one I would want to take is from Lydia and Chroma, and I will want to apologize to Francis. Francis, let's continue the conversation on the channel. So let me take Lydia's question. Lydia says that how do we get customer service outside the private formal institutions like the banks, insurance, etc., to the public sector institutions as well? Where and how do you draw the line in exciting the customer? So let's take the first one, where Lydia is talking about customer service within the public service institutions. And Charlotte, just forgive me to say this. Lydia, for the past, I think, 4 years, MGA Consulting have designed a program, what we call the Enhancing the User Experience. Enhancing the user experience. And it's exciting that this question is coming, because this is a course that I do with Charlotte, where we take state institutions into how they can enhance the user experience, because they really are not selling product and this, and so it's not customer service in nature. But when we talk about the public sector, we have what we call enhancing the user experience, which is like a customer service training with the public sector. And MGA Consulting has a product like that we've been, using for various state institutions. And if you are from a state institution, please, you can get in touch. But the question is to you, Charlotte.
Oh, I was actually going to say that. It's one of the things that, especially for me, for the hospitals, honestly speaking. I was speaking to another consultant's business, like, Amanda, we need to find a way to get into the hospitals, because somebody is coming, they're already sick, and then the service that they get is appalling. That can even cause your sickness to spike, So we need to find ways to build that capacity, training and capacity in those places, Michael. A lot more work has to be done.
They will not pay for the training.
Yeah, leadership commitment. In fact, this is leadership commitment. The senior government officials must champion service excellence as a public value. When they do that, it sets the tone for a culture shift from the bureaucracy thing to a citizen-centric service. So that is about the citizen, it's about the people coming in, the kind of service we want to give to them. So leadership commitment. I wish our president or those in government or power would say that let's train all the public sectors, let's train all the hospitals.
Oh, we're working on that.
Yes.
We're working
and not just the training, what doesn't get measured doesn't get done. So we need to actually make sure that we input this in their KPIs, in their deliverables. Is measured. If you
that
go
one, if you
against
do
it,
that, then they will not even do the training.
it has to be done, because we don't want them to just and this is where the rewards also come in, right? So when you put it in their KPIs and somebody gets an A, they're rewarded with a bonus, and you don't get it, where you fell short. And it's high time sometimes we put in certain sanctions to deter poor behaviors. Do you understand? Whereby service failure sanctions. So you really goof, and it was your responsibility to do something, but you failed to do it. Some sanctions should be applicable. So as we are doing the rewards, sanctions should also come in. But ultimately, leadership commitment is needed. Training and capacity building is also needed. Service standards and accountability, I mentioned it. And then feedback mechanisms. So thankfully, the last one I'll mention is on the feedback mechanism. Now, easily with the QR code, you can scan and give them your feedback. I'm just hoping that even when we put these out there, I know some people do it, when we give the feedback, they really use it. Because once again, it's a mine, it's a gold mine for people to use that feedback from customers to make decisions that will turn the service around in the organizations. So That is it for me on that angle, how we can take it to the public.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll come and take your last words, but I want to announce to everybody that is here that I hope that you registered before getting in. But if you didn't register, assuming you are on YouTube or you are on Facebook or on all our other social media platforms, kindly go to the link that was provided and register. Please do it now. And the reason is because we will be issuing certificates for all those who participated in this training. So please register so that you can be able to be issued the certificate, and we will send it to your emails, soft copy, so you can use, on this topic. So, Charlotte, your last words.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Michael. So as we wrap up today's conversation, it's been exciting for me. I just want to leave you with this thought. Customer service is no longer just a department. So wherever you find yourself as an individual on this call right now, please know that it is not just a department, it's the entire organization. It is a mindset, it's a culture, and it's a growth engine. So in a world today where products can be replicated, where prices can be matched, the experience we deliver becomes our true differentiator. And I mentioned that earlier. When we prioritize service excellence, we build loyalty, we inspire advocacy, we differentiate our brand in meaningful ways. So let us all continue to invest in experiences that not only meets the customer's expectation, but exceeds them. Because indeed, when we serve with purpose, we grow with impact. So please, let this not just be a talk shop. I hope that when you go back to institutions, you can actually implement something that you've heard today to drive experience across all the channels. Thank you, Michael and team, for this opportunity. And thank you to the audience as well for their time. I'm really grateful for this, and thank you all, Michael.
Thank you very much, Charlotte. I'm indeed grateful. I'm writing all over the place, a lot of learnings for myself and the team online, and I like your last words. And then if you didn't write it, I love to write. If you didn't write it, please let me repeat it again. She said, "When we serve with purpose, we grow with impact. When we serve with purpose, we grow with impact." And remember, the conversation was on the role of customer service in driving organizational growth. And if you are smart as I am, this is not going to be used for your organizations, but you would want to use these tools also for yourself as an individual, as a person, and you get to run with it. I've always loved to learn. I've always loved to listen, and you've really blessed us this afternoon, Charlotte. I am truly, truly grateful. And thank you very much for passing through. Thank Access Bank for releasing you, because there are times where we need some consultants and the companies are playing some skills with them. So we appreciate Access Bank for allowing you to come and share this knowledge with us. I just want to also announce that we would come your way again next month. We are going to be relentless. Going forward, we would consistently come to you and bring knowledge to you. Next month, on the 19th of November, we would come to you again with another webinar series. Is it 26th of November? So please bring it back. It's 26th of November next month. We're coming with building and leading sales teams. Building and leading sales team. And how do we prepare our sales team for 2026? The last one in December will be a conversation around capacity building as we go into 2026. What should we do? What should we look out for? What are the things, and what does MGA have for Ghana and for the business community in 2026? But next month in November, we're looking at how do we build and lead sales team. And please make a date. And always, we always keep our resource persons on hold until last minute. So you will never want to miss it. Lock it up in your diaries, and we'll definitely send information across. So we'll meet you again next week. From me to you, I think it's bye-bye for now. I will hand over to Our sister Alberta, if you're online, don't forget to follow MGA on our social media pages. It's just MGA Consult GH. And then don't forget to follow our channel so that you can always be updated about what we are doing. Next year, we are going to be sharing a lot of knowledge. Next year, we'll be giving a lot of slides away. Next year, we'll be giving a lot of manuals away. A lot of knowledge sharing will be given out free. And you don't want to miss that. Join our WhatsApp channel so that you'll be the first to hear. And just to give you a peek, we are coming back. We are relaunching National Sales Leaders Conference 2026. We are relaunching it on the 5th of November. And please watch this channel. We're coming up back bigger, and we're coming back better. And all brands would be running to partner with us. It's going to be good. And so see you again. Alberta, over to you.
Thank you very much, sir. It's been very inciting with Charlotte and then Mr. Abiu at the same time. You have given us a lot of information that if you're a small business, if you're an organization, if you're HR elsewhere, wherever that you are, you can implement this. Our conversation today has made me know that this is not only for management, it is for all of us. So whoever is on this platform today, you are an ambassador for your organization. So let's keep this knowledge, let us all take it into our various organizations and make a change. Thank you very much for making time for us, especially for our special guest, Charlotte Andoh. Thank you so much. We are very, very grateful. And also to my very own boss, Mr. Michael Abiu. Thank you very much. Always, he does not want to miss this. And it's through his leadership that we have this free webinar every month. And then back to back, we have stayed on throughout this year. We'll be in November and December as well. We are going to end the year with you and begin with you next year as well. So thank you very much, Mr. Michael Abiu, and all participants on board. God bless you and have a wonderful afternoon.